Good afternoon, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here. And today, I'm bringing back a series I haven't done in a while, and that's Bargain Reads Bought Dirt Cheap, where we spotlight a series that I read that I got out of the dollar bins. And just to show and prove that there are great quality reads that you can get on the cheap, and there's nothing at all wrong with having them, right? And great creators in those dollar bins. So today we're going to highlight and do a quick overview of Jonni Thunder, aka Thunderbolt. And before I show you the covers, we're going to kind of get into it a little bit. I'll give you a few facts and we'll get going. So the creators of this character is Roy and Dan Thomas, Dick Giordano, and Jerry Conway. Dan was Roy's wife, and her name was Danette, and she legally changed it to Dan. And so Roy and Dan did a few projects together. This is one of them. And these issues were a great 4-issue read, especially if you like a good little PI story. Lots of murder, lots of mayhem, lots of misunderstandings, lots of chasing around. Really fun. So our cast is, of course, our main character, Jonni Thunder. All right. And we'll go through the covers here. So that's Red Nails. Another good cover right there, showing the two aspects of Johnny. And that's Jonni. And that's issue 4. So this is a fun little detective story. And you could tell that Roy and Dan were having a lot of fun with it. So at the beginning, Johnny is just getting back in town, back to her agency after her office, after she buried her father a couple weeks prior. So it's been a rough couple weeks for her. And when she returns to her office, there's someone dead inside. Laying on the floor, her office has been kind of ransacked a little bit. And this guy's been shot. She calls detectives, Detective Mike Sanchez and McGuffin, his partner, show up. And Mike Sanchez, you could tell, is a decent dude, and he's trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But there's a dead body in her office. The other guy knew her dad and didn't like him because he spoke his mind. He was a good cop on the force, but he didn't take anything from anyone. So the guy didn't have respect for her dad because he spoke his mind, and he's treating her the same. So the main detective is a decent dude. His partner's kind of a scumbag. So we have Detective Mike Sanchez. We also have another character, Clarence Slim Chance. Now this is a guy who calls himself her uncle. He's not really her uncle, but he got famous on the back of her dad. So he became kind of a television star, and then he became a TV tycoon. And all that was due to stunt work he used to do with her father, and her father helped escalate him. He's slimy. He's not good. He's after something, and you don't know if the dead guy in her office was sent by him or by somebody else. And we'll get to why in a minute. So the other character that is a main character is Red Nails, which I showed you here. And she owns a ladies' club, a gentleman's club, and she is after something that Johnny has for a different reason. And we'll tell you what it is in a second. And then we have Harrison Trump, who is kind of a bumbling PI. He has good intentions. He doesn't always trust the right people, and he doesn't always make the best choices. Depending on how full his wallet is how moral or ethical he is. But at heart, he's not terrible. A little misjudged sometimes, and does a lot of his own misjudging. So a very flawed character. And his lot gets thrown in with Johnny's in a fun way. So those are the characters in the story. And this story basically revolves around this Incan idol that Jonni has. And you can see it right here on this cover. So this is something that her father, before he died, 15 years prior, was given by somebody that he had arrested. He thought it was carnival garbage, and he gave it to his daughter because he was going to throw it out, but she liked how it looked. She thought it was cool. He's like, yeah, it's carnival garbage. Here you go. Neither of them knowing that there's something significant about this. This is the idol of an Incan lightning god, and it has some powers to it. And Jonni doesn't know it. Her father certainly didn't know it, but everyone around them did know it. So here it is, 15 years later. The guy that, I'm sorry, 30 years later, I believe. I got that wrong. Sorry. The guy got set up for 30 years in prison. He got out 15 years early. So this is 15 years later. Sorry, I'm old, you know. And now that he's out, people have been watching him because they knew he had this and they didn't know who gave it to him. Slim Chance, her shady uncle, kind of has an idea that Jonni has it. He's written her a check for $100,000 to buy it from her. If he wants it, she knows that there's got to be more to it than what it seems. And up until this point in her life, she's been using it as a lampshade. She formed it into a lamp holder, put a shade on it, and been using it as a lampstand. And so, kind of funny. Had this super thing in her possession all this time? No idea. So the central plot of this mystery is you have 3 different people in groups after this idol. One wants to get it back and sell it and make a profit. One person wants to get it so they can use the power and rule over others. And another person wants to get it so they can weaponize it and sell the weapons based on it. So Jonni gets in a few scrapes. She has detectives on her case. Through the 4 issues, she's bumbling into dead body after dead body after dead body after she comes in contact with them. This idol ends up saving her life because she grabs it at one point and it transforms her into this character here, which is her. So at first, when she's transformed into this character, her real body just lays on, collapses to the ground and it's left unguarded. And she's just this living lightning. And she has to touch the statue to draw it in. Later on in the story, the statue has put all of its power into Jonni. And the statue no longer has any more power, but the people after it have no idea about that. They're after Jonni. They all want it. There's many deaths, many plot twists. Every time a body shows up, Johnny's in the vicinity, and it's not helping her case with the 2 detectives that are trying to solve what's going on. Mike Sanchez is kind of trusting her, hoping it pans out. He ends up saving her at one point. The other detective, Harrison Trump, he steals something from her at the beginning, not knowing that he's working for the wrong people. Gets mixed up with her. They end up saving each other. And there's a lot of comedy and errors and misleads and misdirections like in any good mystery. And this is just a solid, fun little private investigator tale. Again, the main plot, everyone wants this idol that she has because it has power. None of them knowing that the power is now in her and the idol is now going to be useless. But the conclusion to this story was really good. It was a fun wrap-up. It was a fun ride all the way through. And I know I'm not telling you a lot because I want you to get this. I want you to buy it for yourself. I bought 4 issues of this for $1 a piece. So I was $1 into this story. I bought another cover A for $1. So, because I wanted another one. And it gave me a newsstand in a direct market. So I said, why not? So, all in for 5 issues now, I'm $2 in. For a read by one of the best writers in comics history, Roy Thomas. A character co-created by Roy Thomas, his wife, another great two other greats, Dick Giordano and Jerry Conway, who are no slouches in the comic book world themselves. So, let's get to the ratings. We're going to give the cover art an A. Again, I'll show you again real quick because I thought the covers were really good. So we got issue 1. And the same cover artist is the same as the art inside. Issue 2. Issue 3. And, oh, I'm sorry, that was issue 4. Here's issue 2. So I showed you the covers out of order because I was talking and whatever. You saw the covers. Good art. The art's just as good inside. The story is paced really well. It's really fun. Tons of comedy layers. So the story gets an A. The interior art gets an A. And the conclusion gets an A. So this was an A story overall for $2. If you don't want to count the extra issue I bought, a great story for $1. I paid $1.25 an issue. You can find these in your dollar bins. I think they're readily available. I believe this was 1985. Yeah, 85 that this series came out. You should be able to find them in good shape. I think there was quite a few around at the time. Not hard to find if you have to go eBay route. They're not expensive there either. But really fun series by really great creators. And something I felt I should highlight on Bargain Reads Bought Dirt Cheap. This is worth your time. It's a fun 4-issue read. This is going to stay in my PC, and it's a read I'll revisit. So that tells me that if I'm going to revisit it, that I really enjoyed it. I got a lot more out of it. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed another episode of Bargain Reads Bought Dirt Cheap. I know I haven't done one in a while, but I haven't found great bargain reads that I've been able to complete reading yet. There's great ones I've found, but some of them are 14 issues. It's going to take me a bit to get to them. But until next time, guys, keep it casual.